need a quick introduction from you. Arvind, can you please? Hello, Arvind. Hello. Hello.
Hello. You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Yes.
So I have given a quick introduction of me. So did you heard that?
No. Can you repeat?
Okay. Yeah, sure. So myself, Ramu, and I have close to 7 years of Hyperion experience. It is into like Hyperion development, Hyperion support, and as well as kind of all the migration support profiles also. So I have experience in taking several Hyperion trainings for different students across the globe, whether it can be India, whether it is across US. So that is from my side. And now I just need a quick brief of yourself. Then we'll just start our class.
Okay. Myself, Arvind. I'm working in a non-IT company.
Right. Okay.
I'm having experience in .NET technology. I mean,
Okay,
I'm
fine.
having a knowledge, no, not the experience. I'm having the knowledge.
Yeah, fine. So what's your background? Kind of like you are basically from BTech background or?
MSc. I have done my MSc.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. MSc computers.
Yes, computers.
Okay, that's fine. What about Radhika?
Hi Ramu, this is Radhika working for IBM, and currently I'm working as a DBA, Oracle DBA. So I mean I have a chance to work for Hyperion. So basically I'm looking for a training where I can do little development and then basically most of the part into administration. So I would like to know the course content as well from your end. What are the course content which I mean for proceeding further?
Yes, yeah. Okay, thanks Arvind and Radhika for your quick introduction, because it will gives me kind of level I want to go in and then take you in detail. So that is the reason I asked for a quick introduction. So thank you.
Okay.
So okay. So as we know, okay, Hyperion is one of the category under data warehousing. So I hope you will be knowing something about data warehousing. So data warehousing is a kind of warehouse or a storage location wherein data from different sources will be captured at one location, and then from the data warehouse the data will be transformed, or it can be transferred, or you can say it can be cleansed, and then it can be diverted towards a different target systems. So that area we call it as a data warehouse. Okay. So our Hyperion will come under or fall under this particular data warehousing category, wherein under data warehousing we have 4 categories basically. First and foremost category is like, can I use the, I think I can use the board, it seems, right? So I'll just see where I can use the board. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Okay, so basically, in the data warehousing we have 4 set of categories. The first and foremost is like ETL, wherein data will be extracted and then transformed and then loaded. It is like a ETL tool. So best example for ETL is like Informatica and then the Cognos. So kind of you might have heard about this ETL tools, right? Hello.
Yes.
Arvind and Aradhika, are you following?
Yes, we are following.
Okay. So after the ETL category, we have second category called as OLAP. OLAP is like online analytical processing, or I can say OLAP is like a system which can have a capacity to retrieve data at any point of time. That is called as OLAP systems. So after that means it doesn't have any database. So whenever there is a need for you to retrieve data from the system, you will be connecting with the OLAP system, and then you will be retrieving the data. And the third one in the data warehousing category is like a BI tool, so which is like a business intelligence. So basically the business intelligence part of data warehousing will do it's like a mix of your OLAP plus the database. So OLAP doesn't contain any database, but wherein BI is like a mixture of your OLAP plus the database. So wherein you will be getting the both the qualities of your storage location, which is your database, plus the OLAP, means you will be having a capacity to retrieve the data from the information system. And then the final one is, yeah.
We are getting some noise from your end.
It's not from my end. Means it continuous was or kind of
Some disturbances.
right now also.
Now it is fine.
Okay. So what we are discussing is like in the data warehousing category, we have 4 categories. The first one is like,
she can't hear you.
She can't hear me?
Yeah, she mentioned in the chat.
Okay. But you are not joining from a different. You are joining from a different location, right?
Yes.
Okay. But you are able to hear my voice continuously, right?
Yes,
without
I'm
any
able.
obstruction kind of it. I'm just starting. Hi, Radhika. Hello. Arvind?
Yes. Yeah,
I think you are fine, it seems, but I don't know, Radhika. I pinged her. I didn't got any reply from her.
Hello. Sorry, I got it. I got it now.
Right now you are okay, right?
Yeah, now I am able to. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay, fine. It happens because this is the first time, right? So it happens. So what we are discussing is the entire picture of Hyperion comes from the data warehousing system, because it's in entire data warehousing system we have 4 different categories, right? So first one I am saying it is like a ETL, and in the ETL only data will be transformed, or I can say data will be extracted, transformed, and then loaded into a different system. This particular thing we call it as ETL layer of the data warehouse. And the best example for ETL is like your Cognos, Informatica. So all these are the best examples for ETL systems. And in the data warehouse, the second category is like OLAP systems. So OLAP systems doesn't contain any database, but in turn, it is having a memory area or a cache area wherein it will pull the data from a different system. So that is called as OLAP systems. And the third category is like the BI, business intelligence. So wherein the importance has been given to BI because of the mixed capabilities of your OLAP plus the database. So the BI contains the database and as well as the capabilities of your OLAP. Means you can store the data in the database and as well as you can retrieve the data at any point of time. So that is the third category of the data warehousing. And then the fourth and the final part of the data warehousing is your ERP. So wherein in the ERP, okay, so in the ERP system, what will be there? It is like enterprise performance resourcing system or management system. So wherein it will measure the performance of the current system, and then it will provide the guidelines for you to improve the present system. So the best example for your ERP systems is SAP systems or the SAP tool. Okay. So these are the subcategories of your data warehousing, and our Hyperion will fall under the second category, which is the BI. BI means the business intelligence. So the BI got its own importance in the data warehousing world because of its flexible capacities, because it does have the database plus the OLAP capabilities. So that is the reason the BI got its own importance in the world. And then the best examples of your BI is like Oracle Hyperion, Oracle BI, and as well as MS BI. So these are the three examples of your BI tool. So the reason for giving this kind of introduction is means our Hyperion will fall under BI category of our data warehousing. So that is the reason I have given so much of stress about what is the data warehousing and why we should have we need to understand what is data warehousing and what are the different parts of the data warehousing. So once we have the data once we have the relation between the data warehousing and as well as the BI, and in the BI we have different BI tools like Oracle Hyperion and as well as MS BI and Oracle BI. So right now we will discuss the importance of Hyperion, or I can say Oracle Hyperion. So for that I would need to give a brief introduction about what is an Hyperion and who had started this Hyperion and what makes this Hyperion as the best tool in the market, or best reporting tool in the market, and what are the abilities of the data, or what abilities of the Oracle Hyperion, and what it can do, or when we compare with other tools. Sorry, Arvind. Hello.
Yeah, Ram, I'm here.
I think Radhika left. It seems. Radhika.
No, I'm there.
You are there.
I'm there, Ramu.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
you are able to follow it, right? You are able to follow my
yes,
lecture, right?
Yeah, I'm able to hear. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are here, like we are now going deep into BI or into Oracle Hyperion. So Oracle Hyperion first started, or simply Hyperion was started by Hyperion Corporation in late 1980s. Because they were doing mainly in the business, or they are mainly doing the Excel based business, and then they thought of developing a tool which have the capability to integrate the Excel with a database. So that is how the Hyperion Hyperion Corporation started developing the Oracle Hyperion software, and in the later 1990s they have released the versions of 6, 7. So they have released the versions of 6 and 7, and then they have got the patent for selling entire these Hyperion products. And later, means it was developed by US company, that is Hyperion Corporation. But later that in 1995 or 1998, Oracle started Oracle started bargaining with the Hyperion Corporation, and then finally they got this product, or they have taken over entire Hyperion Corporation into Oracle Hyperion. So that is how in 2002, means Oracle Hyperion Corporation sold out to Oracle, and from there it is called as Oracle Hyperion. So that is the brief introduction about what is, how the Hyperion software evolved, and then how it got its importance, because it was being taken over by Oracle, and then it has released its products starting from 9 version. So they have started in 2004 or 2002. They have started 9 version, and then 2004 they released some 9.2 point something and 9.3, and then from later it has now releasing many products. Now we are in 11.1.2.4 right now. So this is the latest version which Oracle has released, and then they made so much of business in the data warehousing world because of its unique capabilities, like it is having the database plus the reporting capabilities, which none other than any other tool in the data warehousing have. So that is the reason this Hyperion stands as the market leader in the current scenario. So now,
Ramu, can you please repeat what is the current version of Hyperion?
yeah, it is 11.1.2.4.
Okay. And as you said, you are, yeah, I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah, fine, you just asked.
Yeah, can you, as you said, you are telling that it's a database as well as BI tool. So it's a kind of, even Hyperion has a capability of storing the data, you mean to say?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly same. So the Hyperion got its importance because of these features only. Means it is having a database plus it can have the reporting capabilities.
Okay.
So I'm just going to show you how this architecture is being designed, and what are the layers involved in it, and then we'll slowly see all these things in detail. Okay.
Okay.
So as I said, Essbase, or I can say under the Hyperion umbrella, we have several products, right? So first and foremost is like a Essbase, which is the database for our entire Hyperion. So you can see Hyperion is like a name of the Hyperion is started from extended spreadsheet database. Okay, because the Hyperion Corporation was into business of the into Excel business, and then they have thought of doing the developing a kind of database which can be integrated with the Excel add-ins, or I can say Microsoft Excel. So that is the reason they have evolved with the database called as the Essbase. Essbase stands for Extended Spreadsheet Database. Okay. So Hyperion, under the Hyperion umbrella, we have different products. I can say Hyperion Essbase is one product, Hyperion Planning is one product, Hyperion Reporting is one product, and Hyperion Financial Management is another product, and Hyperion Data Relationship Management, it is another product, and Hyperion Financial Data Management Enterprise Edition, which is FDMEE. So these are the core products of the Hyperion group or Hyperion technology, right? Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So now we will just start what is meant by Essbase, and what is the importance of Essbase, and what is the architecture of our Essbase. So we are going to see, as I said, Essbase is like a extended spreadsheet database, wherein it is having the mixed capabilities of your Excel plus the database. So for entire Hyperion, Essbase acts as a database which stores the data, and which in turn have the relation for your relational database. In the picture that I am showing you, so this is the high level information about the Hyperion components. If you can see here, this particular database layer is called as the Essbase, right? So the Essbase in turn have the connection with your RDBMS systems, or the two-dimensional database systems. This can be your Oracle, this can be your your you can SQL or Oracle, any kind of it. So Aravind and Radhika, can you please record this meeting so that you can refer it for the future reference also? Aravind, can you find a button where you can do the recording option?
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah, so that it would be helpful for you in the future course of time. 1 second, even I am trying to. Session is being recorded. I think it's been recorded. It seems, right?
Yes.
It is being recorded. So so as we are discussing, the Essbase is like a database for your entire Hyperion suite of components. So right now I'm just showing the database layer, which is exactly similar to Essbase. Means when I say the Hyperion database or Hyperion software, it is like a 3-layered architecture. So the first layer is your database layer, which is your Essbase, and the second layer is your middle tier layer, so which is like a services layer, and the third layer is like front end layer or the client layer. So this is like a 3-layered architecture for entire Hyperion. So the client layer will have different set of components, or different set of Hyperion components will be there in the client layer. So as like any other data warehousing tool, we have 3-layered architecture in our Hyperion. So the first layer is our Essbase, which is like a database, and in turn database is having connection with your FDMEE systems, which can be your Oracle or SQL or DB2. So all these are the relational database systems, which in turn has the connection with your Hyperion system. And then we have the middle tier layer, which is like a services layer, which will be connecting your database layer with the client layer. So this is the architecture of your Hyperion, and when you say the architecture, it is basically the different layers of Hyperion, or I can say different layers which are connected within the Hyperion to evolve as a separate system in Hyperion environment. So when you say client layer, you have different set of products. So different set of products is like, I'm just going to show you what are the different set of Hyperion product components. So different set of Hyperion product components is like your Essbase, which is like a database, and then we have Hyperion planning, which is like your planning system. So these are the different modules of Hyperion, which is the Hyperion Essbase. We have Hyperion shared services, and then we have Hyperion financial management, Hyperion financial data quality management, or the latest version we call it as Hyperion Financial Enterprise Edition, which is FDMEE, and then Hyperion Performance Scorecard, and then Hyperion CapEx or expense planning, Hyperion workforce planning, Hyperion planning. So these are the different modules of the Hyperion, right? So right now, till now we have talked about what is Hyperion and what is the architecture of Hyperion. But coming to Hyperion, what are the benefits that we are getting if we are going for Hyperion tool? So as I said, Hyperion is the most powerful BI tool in the data warehousing system because of its database capabilities plus reporting capabilities. So when I say Essbase or a Hyperion is like a multi-dimensional database. Can you please give me some examples of relational database systems? I mean, or two-dimensional database
Oracle.
systems. Yeah.
Oracle
and SQL, right?
Yeah.
These are the good olden relational database systems that every company will have. So,
yeah.
But when you come to Hyperion, it is like a multi-dimensional database. There is no limitation as such for the dimensions here. Means you can view or you can analyze the data in n number of ways. There is no limitation for your database viewing or database analysis. It is like a multi-dimensional database which is capable of analyzing your data in n number of ways. Means, let's say it is like a cubical structure. When I say cubical structure, I can have n number of phases for that. It is like a cubical structure with n number of phases in it. So I'm just going to show you how the multi-dimensional system looks like. So this is the best example for the multi-dimensional system. So in the figure that I'm highlighting, you can see the multi-dimensional view of the data or multi-dimensional database, wherein you have choice of storing the data in n number of ways. See, if you can see here, here in the rows I have region, right, and as well as I have some measures, and in the columns I have February, or I can say I have the period, and as well as I have some kind of months here, or I can say I have version here. And when I go to y dimensional, or sorry, when I go to z dimensional or 3-dimensional, I have region dimension here. So this is the pictorial view of how a multi-dimensional system looks like. So your data can be stored in n number of ways, and the same data can be retrieved from the database system at any point of time. So I'm just going to give some simple example. Let's say when you go to any supermarket or any kind of a store. So if you purchase some kind of products, let's say if you purchase some kind of vegetables or some kind of milk products, kind of it. So what they will give you, they will be giving a kind of bill which will be showing number of products you purchase and rate of each product, and then the final amount which you have to pay. So this, if you take the high level bill, that is the information you will be getting is simply the amount which you want to pay, right? So, but what happens are, if you think in the perspective of a organization or a company, so what matters for a company is, so for them to analyze the data, or for them to go for better performance, or for them to go for better systems in the future, they need to analyze the current system, or means they will be getting different kind of transactions. So all the transactions they have to consider, and then finally they have to do some kind of data analysis, and then they have to arrive at a different solution, or solutions which can be useful for developing their business. So all these things they need to understand, and if they want to understand such a system, they need to store a data in such manner, right?
Yes.
So basically, in simple terms, what I can say, when you purchase any bill, you will be getting number of units and rate of each one, and then amount which you want to pay. So this is the information that is important for us, and nothing more than that. But if for the company or for any organization, if they want to improve the system, they need to do a different set of analysis, like what kind of product you purchase, and what kind of discount you have given with, or in which region you have purchased that particular product, and which month you have purchased that product, and how much profit they are making from that region. So they need to consider all these kind of things into consideration if they want to survive in the business, or if they want to do more better if they want to get a better profits in the market, they need to do all these kind of analysis in the system. So that is the reason they need a system to store all this information in their system, and then they have to plan their system such that the system should be competitive in the market, and which would fetch better results for their better future. So that is the reason the entire multidimensional database got its importance. Now see, based on the bill, we means company or any organization will be getting a different set of elements, like what are the number of records that they sold in Bangalore town, or let's say if you go for any Reliance store. Reliance stores are spread across entire India, right? So they would be having different locations like Pune, Kolkata, Noida, Bangalore, Hyderabad. So they have different stores at different locations. So all these transactions should store in a central location, which is like a multi-dimensional database system. And whenever it is required, they need to pull the data, and from the data they need to analyze and they need to arrive at a solution which will improve the business of any organization. So that is the reason companies wants to store data and then analyze the data, and then the Hyperion got its importance because of this multi-dimensional feature of Hyperion, right? Arvind and Radhika, can you able to follow me?
Yeah. Can I ask one doubt?
Yeah, fine.
Multi-dimensional, I mean, any data, any format we can store in this Hyperion database. You mean, I mean, can I say it's unstructured data?
It's not unstructured data, but
Okay.
a data which is like a structured, but having n-dimensional way of data points.
Okay.
Means
So
let's say
let's
for
say,
example, tell me.
yeah. Please proceed.
Let's say for example, I am saying I have just given an example. When you go to any market or any store, you will be getting a bill, right? So simply by seeing a bill, okay, what you will be, or what are the parameters important for you is number of products you have purchased and rate of each product and the amount which you want to pay. So these are the main parameters which are important for you, right?
Right.
But for a company, they need more parameters, right? So what is the reason in which this product got sold, and what is the month, and then what is the type of product you have purchased, and then what are the different scenario, or what are the different discounts that they are giving for the customers. So these are different parameters they need to capture, right?
Okay, right. Yeah.
It's not about only simply rate and as well as quantity. So they need to look at a different parameters such that
So okay, I understand the example, but so the entire data will be stored in Hyperion database, or any other tool which we need to use as a ETL. I mean, as you said, it's a ETL as well as a database. I understand that. But for historical data loading purpose, again, do we need to go for any other tool, ETL tool like Data Stage or Informatica or anything like that?
No, it's not required. Hyperion is having Essbase, okay? So Essbase will have set of rules which we need to follow, and then we will be loading the data into Essbase.
Oh, okay. Basically, okay. Now I got your point. So DB tier will be having the Essbase.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, and it is connecting to the databases. So it is pulling the data from the databases, and then it will keep it in Essbase. So from there, from the client tier, whenever we issue, again for BI, we have to use SQL only, right? Hyperion has any separate SQL?
No, in Hyperion it is having its own what I can say, its set of rules or kind of calculation scripts, okay? So which is specific to Hyperion, okay?
Okay.
So there is no relation with other things. So the primary relation is this three-layered architecture. First layer is your database layer, right? Which in turn is connecting to your Oracle database, means relational database, right?
Yeah.
Because for any organization, the data will be stored in the relational database system, right?
Right. Yeah.
But there is so much of limitations when you are going for relational databases. Means you don't have a choice to do data analysis. You don't have a choice to do multiple set of business scenarios. So all these things cannot be done by using simple relational databases.
Right.
But once you fetch the data from the relational database system into Essbase, which is like a multi-dimensional database, right? And
Right.
from there, by using Hyperion system, you have a choice to develop a different business scenarios by using different set of calculation scripts or business rules.
Okay.
So, which will drive your business in better manner. So, all these mechanisms we will be developing in Hyperion itself,
Okay.
right?
So all these viewing part, yeah, I got it. All
Yeah.
these viewing, whatever, what about the business rules? I mean, let's say there is an organization, they are having some set of business policies. So if we want to implement all those business policies, we have to go for development, like as I said, it has inbuilt Hyperion scripts.
Right, right,
Am I right?
absolutely. All these things we will be doing in the client layer,
Okay.
which is the administration services, means which is like a development area. Let's say simply, if I say this is the backend area, which is your database, right, as base,
Right.
and then middle tier layer, which is connecting your database with the development area, which is the client layer is like your development area, wherein you will be developing kind of business rules, right? And then the calculation scripts, and then the task list, and then the smart list, and then some kind of variables. So with this help of all these Hyperion individual, what I can say, artifacts, then you will be achieving the business requirements of any organization.
Okay. So that's why
Okay.
we are calling it as a BPM tool.
Yes, our EPM, Enterprise Performance Management Systems.
Okay.
In the older version, we are calling that as BPMS, means Business Process Management Systems. But now it is like Enterprise Performance Management Systems.
Okay.
Okay, so this Hyperion, even in the Hyperion we call it as EPMs, means Enterprise Performance Management Tool. Okay.
Okay.
So as I said, Hyperion, for any Hyperion software, we do have several products. Means which is like Hyperion Essbase, which is like a database, and then Hyperion Planning, which will be doing a planning for your entire organization. Let's say, for example, in next 5 years of time, if I want to expand my business, right? These might be the goals of any organization, right? So in that case, I need to do some kind of data analysis and then marketing strategy I need to have. So all these things can be performed by using Hyperion, and then based on these results, I would be getting a conclusion, or the organizations will be getting a conclusion saying that yes, we can expand the business in this particular region, but not in this particular region, right? If at all, if I want to expand, how much or in how much quantity I want to expand. Let's say, for example, if I want to invest, but I'm sure that I will be investing, but what can be the guidelines for my investing? So all these information we will be getting from this entire Hyperion system, okay? Which will provide by using enterprise management systems, which is residing in the Hyperion, okay? So this is all the story about what is Hyperion, right, and why the companies are using Hyperion and all.
Okay.
Right. So, and then now we are just moving to what is the life cycle of the Hyperion system. So I assume that you will be knowing the SDLC of any IT tool, right? SDLC.
Yeah, software development life cycle.
Yes, software lifecycle development. So as even in Hyperion also SDLC remains the same, but except that the parameters will differ, or name of the parameters will differ. So you can see in this picture, so this is the SDLC of our Hyperion cycle. Okay. So for anything, for if you want to get the project, or once the project got signed, let's say, and then the first and foremost thing is you will be getting the requirement from the client, right? Right. Getting the requirement from the client is getting the required set of parameters that we call it as dimensions or required set of dimensions for my database, right?
Right.
And then the second is, once you get the requirement, then you need to design a database, right? So if you want to load the data into a system, there should be a database design, right? Which is like a second point. And then the third one is checking your system requirement, because systems should have a capability to handle all your database and as well as members and dimensions, right? If the system don't have a capacity to incorporate, then entire system will collapse, right? This can be, let's say for example, if you want to install Hyperion in any server, there should be memory requirement, there should be inflow and outflow systems which Hyperion should connect to. So all these kind of information we need to do in the system requirement or checking the system requirements. And then once you feel that yeah, system can handle and system can deliver all the requirements specified by the client, and then we need to load the test data or data, I can say, right? So data in the sense, let's say for example, when you go to supermarket, you will be getting a bill. So in the same way, there will be multiple customers who will be using this kind of products or services across the globe in different parts of world for your organization, right? So all that kind of data you will be you need to track, and then you need to load the data into the system or into Hyperion system, right? Then only I will be getting the historical data and as well as current data, right? And once I get the data, I need to do the data analysis, and then I need to come up with some certain set of rules, or I can say calculation scripts, which will drive your business, right? So every day, in every day, we'll be seeing so much of offers coming from online market, so much of offers is going for this particular season. So all these are the offers are the results of your company's calculations or company's business rules, which will drive your business effectively or which will improve your business. So that is the reason companies will go for all these such sorts of reporting tools. So once you define the calculations, then finally you need to extract the reports, right? Let's say for example, I have loaded data and then defined the calculations. So if I stop at that point of time, then there is no meaning for me, right? I need to get the fruits of my calculations, or I can say I need to get the results of my calculations in the system. And from the reports, the management will consider all these reports, and then these reports will be, if they are okay with the results, then only they will be going for the project, right? So once the users feel that, or the client feel that yeah, we are okay with the results, so then only your product will be, or the client will sign your product or the project. So once you got the project, okay, so then you need to maintain that product, right? Let's say for example, Arkell got the Hyperion client in Africa. So once they get the client, they need to perform all these SDLC, and then finally client has to approve. Then only they will be getting the full amount, right? Which is as part of contract, right? Okay. So that is how the entire Hyperion architecture, or I can say SDLC, goes. So when you come to Hyperion benefits, okay, so there are so many benefits which Hyperion will give in the current market. So it is like Hyperion is closely associated with Excel, or I can say Microsoft Excel. So which makes Hyperion as one of the best usable products in the market. Because when you see any organization, or when you go to any business users, so business users are much familiar with Excel, or I can say Microsoft Excel, right?
Yeah.
So business community is much more conversant with the Microsoft Excel. So Hyperion is closely integrated with Excel so that it adds more advantage for the business users. Means they will be able to follow it easily, and without much efforts they can able to do the Hyperion work in the real time. So that is the reason. And then customers will have more flexibility because it's like a multi-dimensional database system wherein they will be storing the data and then they have the capability to retrieve the data at any point of time. And then this is the web-based application wherein it will give accuracy information without taking much time. Means it is like a flexible system, and you will be getting the proper information at any point of time. Means you will be getting the dynamic data at any point of time, right? And then it is having a set of security so that the system data will be secured enough whenever you are retrieving it or whenever you are delivering it in the form of reports. Means security, all this Hyperion is security driven. All the security is driven by using individual users and as well as groups, right? So these are the different Hyperion capabilities, are what makes Hyperion as the best product in the market. And then, so this is like a simple introduction about Hyperion, and then we will be just moving to what is the, sorry, and then I'm just moving to a different introduction. Yeah, so I just need to, I just want to go for a quick review. The Hyperion is like a data warehousing tool and a multi-dimensional database. Yeah. So yeah, so it is like a Hyperion enterprise performance management tool wherein this will be reviewed by top level management for making their decision or in the purpose of decision making. So by using Hyperion system, the management will be getting the kind of reports, and then they will be taking the decision of whether to expand the business, whether they want to close the business in a particular area, whether they want to give a kind of discounts to improve the business. So all sort of decisions can be made once you get the reports from Hyperion system. So as I said, Hyperion is having a different set of components like Hyperion Essbase, Hyperion planning, and Hyperion financial reporting. So kind of different set of elements can be seen in Hyperion. Okay. Yeah. So why Hyperion is recommended? Okay. So it is means, let's say for example, when you go to can you give me some example when you go for any interview? Let's say when you go to Java interview, what can be the possible number of people which they are attending for job interview?
Thousands.
Thousands. At least in let's say not in I can say tens. It is at least in hundreds, right?
Yeah.
But when you go to Hyperion, yeah, it is difficult to see more than 10 people attending an interview, even for a walk-in also.
Exactly.
Because it's Hyperion is powerful, or I can say more. I mean, most demanded tool in US, but not mostly popular in US. Sorry, in India, because right now it is getting more importance in India because of global exposure. Otherwise, Hyperion is not known to many people, unless and otherwise it has been spread whenever you are working in the real time only, right? So it doesn't. The best part is it doesn't have any kind of coding. Let's say when you go to Java, when you go to .NET, you will have thousand lines of code wherein you need to troubleshoot, wherein you need to develop. We never know at what point of time this error would occur, right?
Yes.
So, but in Hyperion we don't have any kind of what I can say, any kind of coding simply. So it is having a set of rules, a set of calculations which are not so complex if you have right kind of smart thinking and as well as analytical capabilities. So only these two are the parameters which you require. First one is smart work, I can say the analytical capabilities, and as well as understanding your business. So these are the two core capabilities which you need in order to fare in Hyperion field. Okay. And then quick job opportunities when compared with other tools. As I say, if you go for any interview in Hyperion, you will be getting only max of 5 to 10 members. Max, that is the max I am saying. Okay. And then more demand for if you are having three years of experience, and then there is less competition in the market, and it is best recommended for any kind of degree people, right? And it is one of the highly paid tool in the IT market. Let's say, for example, if you are having 3 years of experience with right capability of right capacity of your analytical skills, then you would be getting at least 6 plus. At least I am saying 6 plus. Okay, means 6 lakhs per annum. Okay, and then there is no competitor for the Hyperion in terms of BI field, right? So it's like a market leader, or I can say market leader in the reporting purpose, and which is like a packaged solution. If you have right set of let's say, for example, if you are conversed with 2 to 3 sets of Hyperion components, let's say if you know Hyperion Essbase, planning, and then the reporting, it is called as one set of component. Okay, so it is like a packaged application. And then you have future, means in India there will be chances that in next 5 years Hyperion would become the most powerful, or I can say it would create so many job opportunities in the next coming 5 years. So this is simply, you know, these are simply some of the core features of Hyperion when you are going for job. And then as a package, okay, so we will be telling Hyperion Essbase, which is like 15 to 20 days, not exactly 15 days, it can be 15 to 20 days. And Hyperion planning can be from 15 to 20 days again. And then the reporting is like 5 to 7 days. And then real-time awareness on the project can be 10 days. So including the project, real-time project description, real-time project development, and as well as reports development. So all these things are part of the course or curriculum. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Radhika, are you able to follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ramu, administration also comes in this.
Yeah, I mean, when you go to any tool, so in Hyperion also we have 3 sets of 3 business areas where you will be getting opportunities. The first one is the core development, right?
Yeah.
And the second one is support, right?
Yeah.
And then the third one is like the, what I can say, administration and configuration part. Okay.
Okay.
But as part of this, I would be demonstrating entire development work and as well as support work. Okay.
And what about administration?
Administration means it's simply like installation and configuration. Nothing much in that, right?
Okay, user provisioning and all. I have seen in your,
all these are part of
all
security.
those things. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes. All
So
those are part of
be
security.
covering. Okay, that would
Yes,
be covering, right?
Yes, yes. Now I'm going to show you what are the course contents, and then
Okay.
we'll be covering each one of the topic. Okay.
Okay.
But when you go for any job opportunities, there are basically 2, which is like developer role and as well as support role, right?
Okay.
So I will just give some example. Let's say, for example, when you go for let's say, for example, when you want to buy any DTH, right?
Mm-hmm.
Means, let's say, for example, if I want to go and buy some Airtel DTH service, right? I will go and approach the client, right? And then, so the person will come and then they will install it, right?
Yeah.
Are you getting my point?
Yes.
It is like this particular part is like installation and configuration, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second part is, so if they want to provide the solution to any customer, they need to have inbuilt features, right? Inbuilt features in the system or in the Airtel DTH package means they need to have different packages which the customer may have to choose, right? That is like a development activity, which the Airtel DTH people will be doing prior to selling of the product, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And the third part is like when you have sold the product, you need to support them so that they would be getting awareness on that product, and as well as whenever they are stuck at any point of time, you need to provide the support, right? So this particular third part we call it as support, right?
Yeah.
So all these will go as like a chain or like a cycling mode. Okay. So we will be covering everything. We will be covering all the development activities, and then what are the support roles and responsibilities which you need to perform as part of Hyperion developer or Hyperion people or Hyperion job. Okay. So we will be covering all these things in detail. Don't worry for that. Okay. And then, so what I want to show you is, yeah, and then what I want to show you is, yeah, I will just show you the curriculum or the training curriculum which will be delivered as part of the training. Okay. Yeah, you can see.
Okay. Yeah, it's can you zoom in?
Oh, I think, yeah. I think I will just do it.
Or else, if this is only course content, I think you can share in our email ID
Yeah,
so that.
I would be sharing all the documents that I have shown you. Okay.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just ping me your Gmails or personal mail. I will just ping, send you all these things. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I think you can able to see, right?
Yeah, I'm able to see.
Okay, right? Yeah. So as part of the curriculum for Essbase, so this is the first part, which is like Essbase. Okay. So we will be creating, as I said, if you want to store any database, if you want to store any data, you need databases, right? So we need to create the databases, which is like, there are two different types of databases, which is BSO, block storage database, and then ASO, aggregate storage databases. Okay. And then we will be creating a set of dimensions. So when I say dimension, dimension is like the highest prioritized member in the hierarchy. Let's say, for example, okay, in the previous system which I am showing, okay, when you go to any particular store or any particular shopping mall, okay, so we will be selling a product, right? I mean, people will be selling a product, and then they will be selling the products across region, and then there are some accounting like sales, profits, or cash flow, balance sheet. So all these are the parameters, right? So all these high level information parameters, we call it as dimensions. So in this case, this region is one dimension, measures is a dimension, product is a dimension, version is a dimension, month is a dimension. Okay. So all our Hyperion business will be going based on dimensions and as well as members, as like your tree hierarchy. So when you take tree as a best example, how the tree structure looks like, means at the bottom you will be having rooting system, and then the trunk, and then you have branch, semi branch, and then smaller branches, then you will have leaves, and then you will have flowers. So all our Hyperion structure resembles the tree structure. Okay. And I will be going to show you in the I will be opening one application in the real time, and then I will show you. Okay. Once you finish this training curriculum, then I will be showing you. Okay. Yeah. So then we will be discussing about multidimensional calculations, and then we will be designing advanced and as well as basic calculations, and then we will be setting the security. Okay. And then we will be analyzing the dimension and as well as attributes. Okay. Yeah. When you go in detail, so these are the topics. First is Essbase overview, and then designing the applications and the databases, and designing the data descriptor dimensions. Okay, and then creating the rules, right? Rules means business rules, or I can say build rules, which are used to load the data. Okay. and then we will be loading the data, right?
Yeah.
And then once you load the data, you need to analyze the data. Means you have to connect with the best part of Hyperion is any point of time you can connect from the database by using Microsoft Excel. So this particular connection or the process we call it as Smart View. Smart View means working smartly. How do you work smartly? Because all the business users are known about Excel and they are very much comfortable to work in Excel, and still they will be connecting with Hyperion, right? So I am going to show you how you can connect with Hyperion Essbase in the Smart View. Okay. So once you design or load data, then you need to design the report, and then you need to define the calculations, and then you need to create the calculation scripts, and then you need to test the calculations, and then you need to analyze the data, and finally, so these are the all set of topics that we will be covering in 15 to 20 days. Okay.
Okay.
So this is related to first part of our Hyperion Essbase. Okay. And the second part of our training is planning curriculum from Oracle planning. So as I said, every company have to plan for their future, right? So based on the current scenario of your business, any organization has to plan for their future. So entire planning of your organization can be done using Hyperion planning. So I'm just going to zoom in. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So these are yeah, again in the planning also you need to define the planning applications, then metadata data. When I say metadata, it is giving the description about your data, right? So the best example is when you got any bill, means let's say for example, if I buy milk product, if I am buying one milk product, for one milk product, and then in the month of January for the year 2015 in the area called Bangalore Marthalli, I have got data, let's say 20 rupees. Our cost of milk product is 20 rupees, right? So entire this 20 rupees we call it as data, and entire data descriptive elements like which is like a milk product you have purchased at a particular location called Marthalli at a particular month called October in a particular year 2015. So this particular entire data or entire data descriptor we call it as metadata. Simply it will give information about your data. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear, or do I need to give more explanation? Arvind? Hello?
Yeah, Ramu.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is clear, right?
Yes, it's clear.
Or I can give some example. Let's say, for example, if I purchase in the month of January a milk product, okay, in a particular year 2015 or 14, and then for a particular region Marthalli, for a particular area or for a particular city called Bangalore, and then the price, right? You need to have a price. So this entire 20 we call it as data. Okay. So this 20 we call it as data, and this entire set of things we call it as metadata, right?
Yeah, right.
Radhika, clear, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So that is the reason we need to manage data and metadata. Means we have to load the metadata and even the data, right? So all these things will be dealt in the part of training, like what is meant by Hyperion planning and what is its architecture, and then how to set up the business process and how to develop the applications in the planning. Means we will be developing the applications in the workspace. Okay, workspace is a area where we will be doing all the development activities. Okay, and then we will be introduction to planning applications, and then creating applications. Okay, and then managing the dimensions. Means you need to manage once you load the data and metadata, it's not over. So on monthly basis, there will be some changes in the data. There will be some changes in the metadata also, right? So all these things you need to take care, and then you need to set up some kind of what I can say, user defined element, or I can say some kind of attribute dimensions you need to tell. You need to take care. Okay, means all these are the part of business rules. Okay, we'll be seeing it, and then you need to take care about exchange rate also. Exchange rate means, let's say for example, if an IT company is doing business across the globe, means they are in US, they are in Africa, they are in India, they are in China also, right? So in that case, they will be having multiple currencies, right? So all the multiple currencies can be normalized or can be maintained by using exchange rates. So Hyperion system can take care about all the exchange rates, and then finally it will be arriving at a reporting currency based on your geographical location, right? So finally they need to get the result maybe in dollars or maybe in INR. Okay. So they need to, so this kind of all the settings will be done in Hyperion. So as you said, setting Hyperion security. So at every point of time, security can be driven or security can be designed, and then you need to create some kind of form. Forms are like some templates which we will be giving it to user for data entry. Okay, and then how to analyze the data, and then business rules, and then setting the approval process. So all these topics will be dealt, okay, as part of the curriculum. Yeah. So this is about the Hyperion curriculum. Okay. Arvind and Aradhika, both are okay now, right?
Yeah.
So last I want to show you how the Hyperion system looks like. So when you means, because I have installed Hyperion on my system, so that I would be showing you. Okay. So let's say for example, yeah. So this is means starting the services and stopping the services is part of administration and configuration activity, right? Or support activity. Okay.
Is it licensed? It's an open source.
Sorry.
Or this Hyperion tool is a licensed one, or I can just download from the Oracle website.
Means the 9 version means latest version you can't get it from the site. Okay, but the older versions you can be getting from the site. Or if needed, I can provide. This is the
older version.
Yeah, it is a older version. Okay, you can get download from the site also. If needed, I can also provide you. Okay.
Okay.
So means there will be means there is a separate particular order in which you need to start the system. Okay, that I have done. Means I will be teaching all these things as part of the curriculum. Okay. Once you just to see how the system behaves. Okay, on the first go. Okay, but we'll be going each step in detail. Okay? Yeah. So when I say the client layer or a development layer, so this is how it looks like. Yeah, there will be a security driven password, right? So there will be some password which we'll be keeping. Okay, and there is again a different layers of security, okay, which we'll be seeing as part of the curriculum. Right? So this is how the client layer looks like, or the development area looks like. So this entire window is your Essbase. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say I will just open some sample application. Okay. So these are the sample applications. By default, you will be getting when you install Hyperion software. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to show you how the structure of the structure of your database looks like. See, for example, yeah, means since from last 1 hour, we were searching more on what is the dimension or what are the different members under a dimension, right? See, for example, when you go to region is it's like a normal English term. Region stands for entity or your business region, right? So there can be there can be different groupings in your region. When you say India means the northern part of India, south part of India, or I can say eastern part and western part, right? So in the same way, when you are doing business at different locations, so all these locations can be captured in the system. So when I say region, or I can say, yeah, I think for this there is no region as such. So if you can go product, no, it depends on business, right?
Okay.
So all these can be decided when you are doing the requirement gathering. Okay. So as I say, the Hyperion is like a tree architecture. Means in the product you will be having colas, you will be having some beer, you will have some soda, you will have fruit soda, you will have dry drinks. So these are the different products in which are different products which a company is producing or a company is selling, right? Okay. And then when you go to a measure is like the accounts. So what is the motto of your business at the end of the day means how much profit you are getting, how much margin I am getting, and what is my balance sheet. So all these things will matter. All these things we will be capturing in the measures or in the accounts. So the accounts is one of the dimension, and then your year, or I can say period. So on monthly basis or depends on business, on day basis also you may need to load data, right? So this particular hierarchy or entire structure is residing under your application, which is the sample. Okay, and then under the application you will have multiple databases. So under my sample applications, I have my basic, I have my internal, and then I have exchange rate. So under application, you can define n number of databases also, right? So based on the requirement. Okay. So what I want to show you is, so this is how the Hyperion system look like on the first go, which is like a tree structured hierarchy. So at any point of time, there will be a connection between your member and as well as parent, right? So when I say February is under my quarter one, and quarter one under year I have quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. So there is always a link between the individual members of a system in Hyperion. Okay. So that is how the entire database elements stored in the database. It is like a tree hierarchy. Okay. And the final part which I want to show you is, as I'm saying, there is always a connection between our Hyperion system and as well as Microsoft Excel, right?
Yeah.
Which I am going to show you how a connection would be established, or how you can see the Hyperion system from the Excel end. Okay. So when you install Hyperion Essbase in your system, okay, you would be getting these two options, like add-ins and smart view. But in the normal Excel, you will not be seeing these two options, right?
Yes, right.
So in the add-ins, you can see Essbase. So if you want to connect with Essbase, okay, I can go and I can log in with my ID and password, okay, and then in the same, let's say I'm going to connect with the same one, sample, which is my basic, okay. So I made a connection, then I need to retrieve it, okay. See, whatever I have seen in my workspace or in my particular, in my development area, okay, I can able to see this. See, even you can do all sort of data analysis by using this. Means you can drill down, you can expand, you can remove. So all these things you can do. When I expand market, I would be getting east, west, south, central market. So same thing you can see here. So this is simply like a mirroring of your Essbase from the Excel end, right?
Yeah.
So this is the best feature of Hyperion, which is very much easy for any business user, right? Because as a normal day-to-day activities, they were very much familiar with Excel. So that is the reason Excel, or I can say Hyperion, is much more powerful when compared with other systems, which doesn't have any integration with or a kind of day-to-day usable tools.
Okay, from the same Excel, we can even develop a charts if we want a graphical representation. Also, we can do it. Am I right?
Yeah. Graphical reports can be developed by using Hyperion Financial Reporting. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So means
it's a different module then.
Yeah, it is a module under Hyperion. When I say, means it is like Hyperion Essbase, Hyperion Planning, and Hyperion Reporting. Okay. So by using Hyperion Financial Reporting, we will be developing grids, charts, images from the Hyperion system. Okay. So we will be covering all these things as part of curriculum. So Aravind and Radhika, you are clear, right? Whatever we discussed, how the Hyperion, what is Hyperion, how it is there, and how it got evolved, how it got important. Hello?
Hello. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's logged out. I just logged in again.
Oh, okay, fine. Means I'm asking, you are clear, right? So whatever we discussed till now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a graphical representation will be under financial reporting.
Yes, yes.
As I said. Okay.
This
so
is one
it's
of
a
the
different
module.
part.
No, this is the one of the module under Hyperion.
Okay.
When I'm saying Hyperion, Hyperion will have different set of modules like Hyperion Essbase,
Right.
Hyperion Planning,
Yeah.
Hyperion Reporting, Hyperion Financial Management, Hyperion Financial Data Quality Management, Hyperion DRM, and Hyperion HSF, Hyperion Strategic Finance. So there are different modules. If I can, if I want to tell, it's like there are like 10 to 12 modules under Hyperion. But the first and foremost modules which you want to learn as a beginner, as a starter, or where you will be getting market is like Hyperion Essbase, Planning, and Reporting. Okay. So these will contribute to your 90% of jobs. Okay. Arvind, you are clear, right?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Okay. So okay then. So just nice talking to you.
Yeah, thanks for your time. I think it's 1.5 hours.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But what is my aim is you have to understand. That's it.
Yeah. So you are working from Bangalore, Ramu?
Yeah, I'm working in Bangalore only.
Okay. And what would be the timings you prefer? I mean, generally.
You both decide. Means which timings are convenient for you. Like from 9 to 11 in the morning. Okay. And then after 9 in the evening. So what do you decide?
Morning time is the best.
So 9 to 10 or 9 to 10:30? Which you say?
Yeah, 9:30 to 11. Maybe.
What about Radhika?
Okay. Can you just give me one day time? Tomorrow I'll get back to you on this.
Sure, sure, no issue, no issue. Yeah, we will just decide. We will take one day time, and then we will finally start kick off our classes. So you just decide whether it is a morning would be feasible for you, or after, same time, whatever we are now here, right? So 9 to 10:30. So whichever time is fine for you, then we will go.
Okay. It's I was searching for Hyperion and I have come across two of the links, which is Kids Online and as well as Apex also. But I'm seeing here, two are same. Both are same. You are the only trainer giving for both, or
I have given one training for Apex also. So that's the reason.
Okay. Okay. Because I don't want to again call them and ask them and all, and again they might have route to you, right? So that's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So you just decide. Okay. So which is your convenient time, whether it is morning or evening.
Okay.
So just let the kids team know, so that we will finally kick off. Huh? Yeah.
Okay. And one final question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, fine.
In real, see, generally we have seen here in Windows, we have just downloaded, and the practice we can do here. And in general, in production environment, generally it will be on Linux or Linux flavors, or it's on Windows.
Both can be. It can be both. Depends on system feasibility and depends on the client business. Okay. Depends on the current system of the client. Okay. That can be Windows and as well as Linux also.
Why? Because you have shown this Excel sheet, right?
Yeah.
Currently, I'm seeing that Excel sheet. So after installing Hyperion, so you can, we can open this Excel, and we can able to see these add-ons and Smart View and all. Right, so if it is on Linux, can we able to open all these things?
Yes.
This Excel, at least Excel can open.
Yes.
Okay.
We can. Okay. That means I'm saying it is like a OS, so it's not that we
it's
don't have. Yeah, it is only OS. Okay. So servers OS, so it's not related to anything. There is no limitation as such. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So there will be fixed. Okay.
Okay. And do you have any? If you have experience, can you go? Not even now. Once we have opted for training, can you able to explain the difference between Linux environment and Windows environment for Hyperion?
Definitely, I'm going to show you in the real time how the Linux system will be there, and what kind of process you will be following in the Linux, and what kind of process you will be following in the Windows also.
Yeah, if I see here in Windows, and after that, if I get an environment like Linux, and I should not be, I should not be in a position to screwed up or something like that. So
definitely,
I'm just
Yeah, we will be covering all this. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So fee details and all, I did not discuss anything. I have just sent an email to that ID. So to whom I need to talk, with you or with the person? Krishna. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
You can start speak with Krishna. Then once we were agreed with the timings, okay, then we will start off.
Okay.
So can I consider from tomorrow, or we can kick off the day after tomorrow? What?
We can confirm by tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I can confirm by tomorrow, and then I'll let you know the time.
Okay.
Yes. And one more question is, as I said, yes, Essbase is 15 to 20 days, and planning is 15 to 20 days, and then other part is 15 days. So total it's 45 days. So
totally 45 days. Yes.
Okay.
45. I can say 40 to 45 hours.
Okay. If we cover, if we continue 1.5 hour, let's say.
Yeah. If it is like 1.5 hour, this can be 30 classes. Okay. And including holidays, it would come around 40 days in overall.
Okay. So you will not be teaching during holidays?
Well, it depends. If you means, let's say for example, if you are okay with, means we can take training on Saturday, and then we will just
leave it for
stop in Sunday. If you are okay with, even we can continue. That depends on you.
Okay. Okay, just give me some time, and maybe probably tomorrow I'll get back to you on this.
Yeah.
So we'll finalize the things.
Yeah, no issue, no issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for your time. Yeah.
Thanks
Thank
Yeah.
a lot for
Okay.
your
Just ping me your Gmail, okay, so that I
yeah.
can send you the whatever discussed like. Okay. Just ping me your Gmail, okay, on the chat box. Okay. Yeah, I got. What about? Yeah. I got. That. Okay. So thank you.
Thanks, Ramu.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll catch up.
you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.